Hey, this is the Trendy Socialite. I hope all is well with you. I am here to give you the details of the New Growth Challenge. It is a challenge that I wrote for the Eastern Carolina Naturalistas. Feel free to join the Facebook group and interact with a remarkable, wonderful group of ladies that I have grown to care very deeply about. So it was such a joy to do this challenge for them and for me actually as well. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, we started in the forum. I asked a question if anyone was interested in a growth challenge, and of course, you know, there were some people that said yes. So I started crafting and thinking about ways to do a challenge that would be something that is challenging, but at the same time that's not so totally unattainable that people would get frustrated and stop doing it a week or two in. The main purpose for this challenge is to really just provide you with some consistent regimen tips or regimen ideas, and help to provide some of the discipline that you need to really be able to care for your natural hair. The ultimate goal is to retain length, obviously, and to for your hair to grow, but it's more about consistency and discipline and getting your hair to the place where it's going to thrive and it's going to be just something that you're really proud of and people take notice of. So that is the purpose of the New Growth Challenge. I have a list of suggested supplies and tools for this particular challenge. Like I said, these are suggested. You do not have to use them. You can use a combination of them. You can use whatever it is that you currently use if you already have some regimen builders in place. So I recommend combs and brushes, a rat tail comb and a wide tooth comb, a Denman and paddle brushes. The rat tail comb mainly for parting, for some styles and things like that, not necessarily to comb your hair, because I know lots of naturals frown upon combing your hair with a fine tooth comb. So don't shoot me because I suggested a rat tail comb. Wide tooth, obviously that's mainly what we use to detangle. You can use your shower comb if you have that already. Denman and paddle brushes are just good to have for further detangling and styling options as well. Sulfate-free shampoo, a clarifying shampoo. In this particular challenge, you're only going to use that one time, and that's at the beginning, but I'll talk about that in a minute. Conditioners, plural, yes, you're going to need a co-wash. I'm looking at my list here so I don't forget anything. A conditioner possibly for co-wash if that's something that you do. A deep conditioner, you are definitely going to need the deep conditioner weekly, and a leave-in conditioner. You're going to need the leave-in conditioner weekly as well. Moisturizers, a cream and a water-based. Water can also be your moisturizer if you like, or your moisture mist that you mix some other things with along with water. Oils, definitely extra virgin olive oil unless you have some sort of reaction or aversion to it. Jojoba oil and castor oil. Vegetable glycerin. A gel of your choice, Eco Styler, aloe vera gel, Pro Style, Am Style, whatever those other gels are. Fantasia EA.S.E. Aloe vera juice. A water bottle for drinking. Fruits and vegetables. Vitamins. An applicator bottle. Sectioning clips, 2 spray bottles, a large one and then one for a travel size, and plastic shower caps. The first steps to participating in this challenge is to first determine and purchase your vitamins. I always recommend, I'm not a doctor, so I would recommend consulting with your doctor, especially if you have some other ailments or are on some other medications, to talk about how vitamins may interact with medications that you are already on. So definitely consult a doctor before you start the vitamin portion of this regimen. Purchase fruits and vegetables. It's always good to have those on hand. One of my church members just bought us a box of fresh peaches. OMG. I have been tearing those peaches up. So definitely that's going in my lunch bag every day this week. I don't think the peaches are going to last very long. And determine your wash day, what day you're going to wash your hair. I do recommend that you do some sort of wash day, whether you co-wash or you actually wash your hair at least once a week every 7 days. and start looking for some protective styles, because a little bit into the challenge we have a protective style week, actually several. I have participated in so many challenges via Lawn Care Forum and some other challenges, YouTube, what have you, and it is just it can get boring, especially if it's for more than about 30 days. When you get into the 60, 90, 100, 6 months, there are some challenges that last 6 months, some challenges last a whole year. It can get really boring, really monotonous, and just, you're like, oh my gosh. So one of the things that I tried to incorporate into this challenge is some room for variety. So you're not wearing the same hairstyle every week. The other thing that I also thought about was to make it a little bit more progressive, so that we're not instituting all this new stuff right at the beginning and you're having trouble just keeping up with all the different parts of the regimen. So there are a few things that we add immediately at the beginning, but then there are some things that we add going forward in the challenge, so that hopefully by the time you get to those things, you're already really well versed in the basics and really have a good foundation, and this is just something to further add to your regimen. Alright, so the first week, the challenge does start, in case I didn't say that, the challenge starts tomorrow, August 1st. Well, maybe tomorrow by the time I post this. So it starts August 1st and it goes through November the 6th, I believe. I broke them up into weeks, Monday through Sunday. And so on the following Monday starts a new week and potentially a new part of the challenge. So I'm not going to go through every single week, but I'm going to go through probably the first couple of, probably August. And then I may come back in late August and do September and October. Alright, so the first part of the challenge includes several things. One is water intake. A lot of our moisture balance in our hair comes from how we moisturize and hydrate ourselves internally. So absolutely have to drink water. I recommend we're going to start off with 64 ounces a day. That's 8 glasses of 8 ounces of water. But if you drink a 20 ounce or a 16.4 ounce water bottle, that's what, like 5 or 6? Well, 4 of the 20 ounce. No, I'm sorry. I can't even count. 3 and some change of a 20 ounce, and probably 4-ish, close to 5 of a 16.4 ounce. So drink at least 64 ounces of water daily. And that's why I suggested the water bottle, in case you don't, if you're really into recycling and you want something cute to carry and drink your water in, definitely do that. Also, start taking your vitamins tomorrow. If you haven't purchased them, usually some drugstore has a buy one get one of some sort. If it's buy one get one free or buy one get one half off. There is a really good regimen that has been floating around for years, like since 2001, 2002. That I do have access to that, and that's actually posted in our Facebook group. So you can use that as a basis to start your regimen. Certainly anything that you already take, any other supplements, to add to that. Just want to be careful, like I said, about any potential reactions that you may have with medicines you already take. Your wash day, on your wash day, whatever that day is, which it should happen sometime between that Monday and that Sunday, I would consider clarifying your hair this first week. You want to get out all of the product, all of the gunk, all of that stuff. We're going to start with fresh, clean, really clean hair. So I suggest clarifying this time, because it's going to also give you a good sort of starting point, because you don't know, oh, well, this may have been something that I tried 2 weeks ago or something like that. Your hair will be completely stripped of all of that stuff. So I suggest clarifying. Consider washing with a clarifying shampoo. Absolutely, when you clarify, you have to deep condition, and deep condition is a must in this challenge. You should deep condition every time you wash. So definitely deep condition after that. And also this first week, you're going to want to take length check pictures. So you're going to want to check the front of your hair, pull it down as far as it goes, check the sides of your hair, and I would do both sides, because sometimes one side grows faster than the other. And then obviously check the back, and then also check the top, like in the middle, check the top. So take pictures of all of that. If you want to join the Facebook group, we do have an album already, so you feel free to post your starting pictures there, or just keep track of them yourself. If you have your own blog or your own YouTube channel, I would go ahead and do that as well. And then I would make a moisture spritz, because moisturizing your hair is going to be a part of this challenge as well. So most people have some sort of concoction that they've found on YouTube or a blog. Mine is currently water, equal parts I believe, water, glycerin, and aloe vera juice. My hair really likes aloe vera juice. So that's in, I think it's in this bottle right here. It's not Shea Moisture products in here. I just use this bottle. So definitely want to get that together and made. So if you have to run out this week and buy something, then you have a couple of days to do that. The second week in August, starting August the 8th, we're going to continue with the water, 64 ounces daily, continue with the vitamins. We are adding 5 servings of fruit and vegetables per day. 5 servings. I know that seems like a lot, but if you grab a piece of fruit, make sure that you have some sort of vegetable at lunch, salad or whatever. Make sure you have a vegetable, at dinner. And then, like I said, if you supplement that with fruit in between snacking, breakfast, and before you go to bed at night, you'll more than get in your 5 servings of fruit a day, and you will really see a difference in your energy level as well as your hair. And you'll also get some natural vitamins that way as well. Deep condition on your wash day. And this week, on that particular week, August 8th through the 14th, your wash day is just regular sulfate-free, paraben-free shampoo. And then we're also starting the Moisturize Daily. You can obviously start it that first week. I do recommend it. But for some, just getting used to some of this other stuff, obviously you still need to moisturize your hair. But in terms of a particular or a concentrated focus on moisturizing, we're going to do that beginning August the 8th. And to moisturize daily, if you're not sure, I do have a method, the L.O.C with E.A.S.E method. You can check the video description box below, and I'll have a link to that video there. So, and for that, you'll need some sort of water-based moisturizer, water, an oil, and a cream, which is one of the things that I listed in the suggested tools. Okay. So, August 15th through the 21st. For a lot of us, especially those of us that have families or that are in school, this is beginning to become a busy time around the middle of August. We're preparing our kids for school. We may be preparing for school ourselves. And so one of the last things we really want to think about is our hair. So beginning August 15th through the 21st, definitely recommend a protective style week. Just a week to kind of not think about your hair. And all you have to do really is just moisturize it and go, tie it up, that sort of thing, and go. So August 15th through the 21st is Protective Styling Week. Continue with the water, but we're going to increase your intake by 8 ounces. So you're adding another glass of water. So that would take you up to 72 ounces of water a day. Vitamins. The 5 servings of fruit and vegetables, which you're going to need because you need lots of energy with your kids and with yourself and work and all of that kind of stuff. Continue with the sulfate-free shampoo on your wash days. Deep conditioner, moisturize daily, continually. And we're going to also add that week daily scalp massages. So when you moisturize your hair in the morning or at night, take a few minutes, 3 to 5 minutes max, to actually stimulate your scalp by massaging it. You don't massage it with your nails, you massage it with the pads of your fingers. And so we'll post a video, or I'll link to a video regarding that as well. And then August 22nd through the 28th, I have given the option of continuing the Protective Styling Week if you're just trying to get used to being back in school or being back at work, if you're a teacher or something like that. You may want to continue protective styling that next week just to kind of get everybody on schedule and acclimated and everything. Continue with the water, 72 ounces, vitamins, 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, your wash day with a sulfate-free shampoo, and to deep condition, moisturize, and daily scalp massages. So, and I'll go ahead through Oh, and then one other thing for the August 22nd through the 28th week. Start looking on blogs and on YouTube for a new style to try the next week. Just something you've never tried before. It doesn't have to be anything complicated or anything like that. If you've never done the Cinnabon style that I showed on the video last week, you may want to try that. If you've never done a puff before because you just big chop and you think you may have enough length to do that, then try that. So just look for a style that you want to try on the week of August 29th through September 4th, which I'm dubbing as Try New Style Week. Nothing fancy. Even if you don't necessarily try a new style, try adding something. Maybe putting a flower in your hair or rocking a side puff instead of just a regular on top puff. Just do something a little bit different that week, because we all get into style ruts. I definitely get into style ruts. So that's just something that, you know, just kind of charge you up. It's also good to do because that's a holiday weekend. It's leading up to Labor Day, excuse me. So that's a good time to try something a little bit different. Continue with the water, the vitamins, the 5 servings of fruits and vegetables. Your wash day, same regimen where you wash, you deep condition, and you put a leave-in conditioner in as well. Daily scalp massages when you moisturize your hair, and moisturize daily. So that takes you through Labor Day and the New Growth Challenge. Feel free, if you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave them below. You can also inbox me here on YouTube with your email address, or you can email me at thetrendysocialite@gmail.com, and I'll be more than happy to send you the document with all of this listed in case this was a little bit confusing. But obviously you can refer back to this video. I'll post this also on my blog, which is trendysocialiteblog.blogspot.com. That link will be below as well. Feel free to join the Eastern Carolina Naturalista Facebook group. Like I said, it's a great group of ladies. They'll welcome you with open arms. Even if you don't live in North Carolina or Eastern North Carolina, feel free to come on. I have people in there from other cities as well, so that's cool. You can join that. That link will be below as well. If you have any questions, I feel like I may be leaving something out, but I'm not sure. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave those below. Take care and have a blessed day. Bye.